October was my best sales month yet, and I sold $16,000 worth of thrifted clothing online. I'm a stay-at-home mom and I've been reselling for a year and a half, and this has been my best month yet. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Xochi. I'm the Thrifted Mama here on YouTube and Instagram. I have a overdue video for you guys. This is going to be a monthly recap of October 2023. I'm sorry this wasn't put out in the beginning of the month. I had a lot going on, then I got sick, then I lost my voice, so it's just been a little bit of a mumble jumble over here. I plan on sharing the numbers from each platform as well as a few high dollar sales at the end of the video, but really it's just going to be an overview of the amount of money that I made and kind of just being transparent with you guys. So without further ado, let's get into it. I track everything on Vendoo, so I will be referring to Vendoo on my phone as well as my tablet because I did write down a few things that I did want to mention. This month's revenue was $16,758.41, which is nuts, guys. This is not normal, but I'll get into how I got this number. My total profit was $10,084.97. I love how Vendoo shares a little bit of the roller coaster that reselling is. If that's not accurate, I don't know what is. I sold 419 items. I listed 642 items. And my average sale price was $40 even. That does include some eBay shipping, so that might be a little bit more skewed. I would say it's probably around 30 to 35. I'm not gonna go through every platform, so I sell on Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, and Curtsy. My total revenue on Poshmark was $6,822, which is 40% of my total revenue. My profit was $4,361.81, 86 cents, I'm sorry. And that number is from selling 173 items. I'm gonna do it a little bit backwards for eBay. I sold 198 items on eBay. My total revenue was $8,280.41, making up 49% of my total revenue. And my total profit from eBay was $4,513.22. And that just shows that a lot of the pricing from eBay that I input into Vendoo does also include shipping. If you're familiar with eBay, you know that when someone pays you, they also pay you directly the shipping cost. Versus on Poshmark, it's money that you never see, so that's why I have to input it in Vendoo, and my numbers are a little skewed because of that. On Mercari, I sold 35 items. Let's just talk about Mercari real quick. It's just not that girl. Like, I started off selling on Mercari and made like really small sales, and then I discovered Poshmark. Mercari is just so dead over there, and I don't know. It just... How are your guys' sales on Mercari if you sell on it? If you don't, I think I might drop it, but I don't know. I do get a good amount of full price sales, so I can't really complain. I don't put as much effort into Mercari, so that could also be a factor. My total revenue from Mercari was $1,256, making only 7% of my total revenue, and my total profit was $937.36. It's not great, but I also have to realize that that's like $1,000 I wouldn't have had. So I guess I can't really complain too much. Curtsy is an app that I just started selling on, so these numbers are very fresh, and they just added an import feature. So basically all I did was linked my Poshmark closet, and I really don't touch it at all besides sending offers here and there. I did sell 13 items on Curtsy. My total revenue was $400 and my profit was $273, making about 2% of my total revenue. I just love how easy Curtsy is, so really it's kind of like a passive income. I ship it out and it gets paid instantly to me, so I love the platform, and I wish it did a little bit better, but I really can't complain. I like sharing my top brands because I know that it helps people kind of have an idea of the items that I sell the most of. I sold 35 pairs of teaks. I sold 24 pieces of Lululemon. I sold 16 pieces of Victoria's Secret. I sold 15 pieces of American Eagle. and I sold 12 pieces of Anthropologie. I feel like this is a little off because I have some items that are not, like for Anthropologie, some things are not just under Anthropologie, so that could be a little different. But yeah, these are the brands that I tend to find a lot of, so that just shows that this is kind of like my bread and butter stuff. I sold 35 pairs of those teaks and I grossed just around 5,000. I kind of just wanted to share 3 big takeaways from this month and what led to my success. So number 1 was the teaks buyout. out. It's kind of just a reminder to check Facebook Market, check places near you to see if anyone's selling an absurd amount of stuff, bulk deals, clothing buyouts, wholesale. All that stuff can lead to a lot of sales and a lot less time sourcing for you. I wouldn't have done this well without those, so that is a big part of it. Number 2 is the bins. I have put a lot more time consistently going to the bins. My bins are pretty great, and if I spend about 3 to 4 hours, I usually leave with at least 40 to 50 pieces a day. I could be a little bit better with sell-through rate, but I have noticed that if I add a little bit more to my closet, I do see things that normally wouldn't sell that does sell in bundles, or eBay tends to produce a lot of great bread and butter sales for me, so I don't mind a smaller profit if I know I'm getting a lot more items out the door. That leads me to number 3. I did hire someone recently to list for me. She basically drafts for me, and then I just go into my Vendu and publish. All I have to do is price the item, kind of look over the listing, and then publish to all 3 platforms, since Curtsy just kind of takes the listing from Poshmark. That is also a factor in me picking up slightly lower profit items, because I know that I'm not putting a whole lot of time in it. I'm grabbing these items, taking pictures, and then sending them off to her. All I have to do is look up a price and publish it. So that is a lot of time taken off my plate, and then soon I will be hiring someone to take pictures for me, because that is also a big time constraint. That inconsistency has grown my business a lot this month. As for November, I'm kind of just riding the wave. I have a lot of stuff that needs to be listed from my bulk buy. We're kind of swamped with just personal things in our life. As we prepare for December, we have a really exciting idea. If you watch my lives, you probably have an idea of what I'm talking about, but I will be doing a separate video and going through that. I'm going to share a few high dollar sales. I will say that most of the high dollar sales are teak, so if you want to see those, you're going to have to check that video. I do want to mention other brands and BOLOs that you should keep an eye out for. I sold these Jimmy Choo boots for $179. I'm not going to go through each individual item and break down the cost, because I do have a few what sold videos as well on this topic, but that was a great sale. I came across this very interesting peregrine, I think that's how you call it, England wool jacket. It sold for about $100, and I found it at the bin, so that was great. I sold this pair of Doc Martens. They're called the Audric 3-Eye Show Napa leather. They were beautiful. They were basically new, and I paid up for them, but they did sell for $108. Same with another pair that I bought at the same time. These are the Doc Martens $39.89. I paid up for these, but they did sell for $100 on Poshmark as well. I absolutely love the brand Reese. I found these at the bins. They were new at tag. Flare trousers, and they sold for $90 on Mercari. Another honorable mention, I sold this Xochi bag. This bag was found at the bins. I did put this in a haul video. It was kind of damaged and needed a lot of cleaning, but it still sold for $150. I was glad to get it out the door, and I'm sure the person was really happy about it. Formal wear dresses are really great, and this one was from Adriana Papel. It technically was a Beholden dress, I believe. I think this dress was originally sold at Anthropologie, and it sold for $90. I believe that was around $82 plus shipping, and I found it at the bins. These Ariat boots sold for $93 on Poshmark. These were also found at the bins and made a great profit. The Lululemon scuba jacket sold for $81 over on Curtsy. Curtsy is a great app for Lululemon and trendy brands like that. I sold a Burton coat over on Mercari for $80. This was from a garage sale from a former reseller who was moving. I paid $10, so that was a great profit as well. I sold these Alpine Stars motorcycle pants. They were a women's large for $65 on Poshmark, and I also found these from the bins. And then last but not least, a really good sale was this Zara blazer. It was twill with diamond buttons, not actual diamonds obviously. It sold for $68 plus shipping. I bought this at the bin, so this is a great profit on a Zara item. That's everything I have to share with you guys today. Hopefully you learned a thing or two. I appreciate every single one of you, and I did want to do a quick shout out to everyone for 1,000 subscribers. I am so appreciative. Of course, all my platforms are down below. Make sure you give this video a like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!